My like even for Iceland, I almost booked out of JFK because it was cheaper. My dad's like, I'm not driving you to JFK. So unless you want to drive yourself, I'm like, Newark's fine. And by July, they should have it figured out. I have no choice. That flight's already booked. And then my dad's like, maybe in August we won't fly out of Newark. We'll fly out of Philly. I'm like, if they don't have this figured out by August, like I think they should have it figured out by
hiring air traffic controllers and getting a new system in. I don't know. That seems like a lot. They have the system doesn't work. Apparently, it's like blacking out. For my face.
You're not making me feel better about Iceland, Jeff.
Oh, you're flying out of Newark, right? It's gonna be fine. It is.
It'll be fine.
It's gonna be
July
fine.
10th, so we have some time.
No, air traffic control is the best in July.
I hate you.
It is.
In July. They really
historically,
they get their shit together by
they do.
July.
It's holiday travel season.
Well, I've heard that international flights are fine. Like, it's more the domestic stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. On what?
The internet.
Yeah. Well, if it's on the internet, it's true.
Be
If we've learned anything in this world, that if it's on the internet, hold on a second. I thought we were starting. Okay. For some reason,
Leave this in.
I don't like.
Is it start?
No, we're leaving it in. I don't like that this camera doesn't have like a red light to let me know it's going.
It's going.
Yeah, now I can see.
I can see
flipped
it.
the thing. You know what I mean?
It's like you can see yourself. You can see yourself. You can see yourself.
Yeah. I got it.
You're fine.
Am I in the center?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Or this way? Or that?
No, I think over there.
I am.
Welcome back. I feel like it's been a while.
Has it?
I don't know.
Usually, yeah.
Like once. No, it feels like yesterday.
Feels just like yesterday to me. It's been a while. It's been a month at least.
At least. No, we record these every week. What are you talking about?
Every week. We record them every week, but we release them every other week because
we like to keep them.
So, yeah, we recorded this one 6 months ago. No.
We're just dressing for summer.
Dressing? Yeah.
We're dressing for summer. It's actually 20 degrees outside. It's January.
Freezing. Welcome, everybody, to If You Would Have Told Me podcast. Me, Joe Fernandes. I almost forgot my name for a second. And
I'm Emily Page. We should introduce each other next time.
We should. Yeah. I always wonder if we should keep introducing each other because, like, unless I guess we could keep introducing ourselves.
They should know by now.
Because even if someone clicked on the podcast that didn't know us,
it says our names.
Says our names and the name.
And the name of the podcast. But I think that's good. You always want to introduce the podcast.
Yeah, we could definitely at any time. So we'll pick a random time to introduce ourselves. It don't always have to be at the beginning.
No.
We'll just we should have like
keep them on their toes.
Keep them on their toes.
Like, did I start a new episode? It's like 20 minutes
these
in.
These guys are crazy. I am.
Wow.
In this podcast for so long, and
I'm really excited about those AI promotional, like, pictures you made.
Oh yeah.
I think we should make more, but like crazy scenery or something. Like we're fighting crime.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it is ChatGPT. They always make a good rendition of you, but it never is a good rendition of me. Like,
well,
so
the one you wrote.
One made me jacked.
I look like Daria. Remember Daria?
Yeah. You do look like Daria. I look like, I don't know, like, I guess because it's just tough to make a generic bald white man. You're just like very, like, what are you going to do with it? But you have like distinct features with your glasses and your hair. I'm just.
Now it's brighter.
Yeah, it matches the background.
I know. Every week it's going to get every session's going to get a little more vibrant.
But pretty soon, just her face is going to be floating in the background. She's going to be so dialed in.
Well, it's funny. My hairdresser and I were talking because she watches the podcast.
Hey, hairdresser, how are you?
Yeah, her name's Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hey,
She's
Lisa.
the best. Okay. But she was like, your hair. No,
I'm kidding.
No, she really, trust me.
No, I'm
She's
sure
worked
she is
her
the best.
magic.
I haven't seen a hairdresser in years.
No?
No.
You don't frequent the hair salon?
I miss it. I do miss it. I miss getting my hair
shampooed. The scalp
shampooed.
massage. Oh, the best. No, but she's all, we were talking about, she's like, watches the episode, and she's like, you just don't seem as much like yourself with like your hair being like a normal color. I'm like, I feel like my hair has to be like vibrant and bright. So we're going to definitely brighter. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that scalp massage.
Oh, the best.
I should just roll in with like a wig one day and be like, have my hair washed.
I wonder if they could if it would feel the same if they massaged your bald head.
I don't know. I'd feel insecure rolling in there though.
Why? Why?
Be like, can I get a head washing? You guys do.
You want me to? I'll ask Lisa. Do you
No.
ever do? You ever wash
No,
bald
I would
men?
feel so uncomfortable. At least you gotta do it after hours. Like when the rest of the people in there are like, "What the hell is
I feel
that?"
like I
guy
came
doing?"
in with hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
we
let
should
him
play.
shampoo
We should
you.
play pranks on people.
That would
there.
be great.
Like, and I'll be like, "What do you mean you don't know what happened?" And then just
I came in for a blowout.
yeah, that would be good for this.
That would be great. Oh my goodness.
Came in for a perm and left like this.
It's gone. The Bob Ross.
Like I came in asking for the Bob Ross.
I left
I have to
the
put
Dr. Evil.
I'll put a wig on me when we say that for
There you go.
with the Bob
There you
Ross
go.
hair.
Please do. Happy Little Trees. Do you watch that documentary on Netflix?
No, I heard it's great.
It's great.
Is it?
It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. I would recommend that. I watched the American Marriage one. Hold on. I got to look up the name of this. American Marriage. I think that's what it's called, documentary.
What's American Marriage?
So, let me make sure that's the name of it. Documentary, Netflix. It might have not been called that. A Deadly American Marriage. Okay. So
That's so different than an American Marriage.
Well-
The first title was like an American Marriage. Oh no, I'm sorry. A Deadly American.
So it is about a man from Ireland who his first wife passes away from like an asthma attack, and they have 2 kids together. So he's living in Ireland at the time. He hires an au pair because he's like a single dad and needs help.
Yeah.
And this girl from America comes over and becomes his au pair, but they fall in love and they get married and they move back to America. And like I don't know, like we'll say like 7 or so years later, one night her and her father kill him.
Whoa.
But they say it's in self-defense.
Of course.
Of course, because
Did you kill him? Yes, we did.
But well, it's funny because apparently it was like like they were married, but she did not adopt his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And her defense is like, and I'm really like, it's a good documentary, but I'm giving you like the really like shortened version of
Yeah,
it.
you're not spoiler alerting.
Well, I mean, you kind of, if you Google it, you're gonna find all this out anyway because it's like a court case.
Yeah.
But she claims that he was abusive.
Okay.
And so her father says that he killed him because he was going to kill his daughter. But when the crime scene people get there, they're like, this man was already down and you guys were still like going at it, killing him. So we don't know how much like this was like you defending yourselves or you guys getting him in a moment of weakness and like taking advantage of it. But anyway, then there's a battle for the kids because she's like, I've been like their mom for years, but she never had officially adopted them. So they go to live with the family in Ireland, and like it shows how like they interviewed the kids when they were really little and like now how their minds have changed. And it was very interesting. And like it's like there were times where I was like, I believe her, and then there's times where I was like, I don't believe her. And it's like it's interesting.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I like murder documentaries,
Me too.
so that's a good one.
Okay.
A Deadly American Marriage.
Deadly American Marriage.
Right.
On Netflix?
Right, yeah, on Netflix.
Okay.
But then people told, like, I saw it on TikTok first, and people were like, if you look at the crime scene photos, like, if you see access of, like, the autopsy report and stuff, you will change your mind.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very,
I love documentaries like that.
so much, yeah.
Like, do you ever see The Staircase?
No, what's that one about?
That's an older one, but
Okay.
it's good.
Is it on Netflix?
Might
or would
be
I have
on
to
there.
Google, like,
Yeah, The
YouTube or
Staircase.
something?
It was pretty popular for, I won't tell you much about it, but this guy's wife supposedly dies from falling down the stairs.
Okay.
And so did his wife before that. So,
Well, that's what people were like, his first wife died from an asthma attack.
yeah.
But I think she really did. I'm not going to give too much away, but
Yeah.
I think she did, but...
Yeah. No, we've had this discussion before on the podcast. I'd be a terrible juror. I'm easily convinced, and I can't.
Same though.
I'll tell them that right. If I ever had to get jury duty, to be like,
Right.
you can convince me of anything.
Right. No, I feel the same way though, because like I watch these, like I said, I watch these documentaries and I'm like, no, I believe her. And they're like, maybe not. This one piece of
Yeah.
evidence has skewed me in the opposite
Yeah.
direction.
And I'm a terrible listener. I'd be like,
what happened?
Something
Wait.
big would happen in the courtroom. I can't believe he did that. Like, did what? Did what? I
I've
missed
been
it. What
zoning out.
happened?
I've been.
Wait.
I was putting my grocery. I was like going through my grocery list. That's I would be the same way. Yeah.
So that and Bob Ross.
Bob Ross was a great one, but I learned so much about him, and I won't give anything away with that one, but very interesting.
Okay.
But because I didn't know a lot about Bob Ross going into it, so I feel like sometimes those documentaries are better to watch when you have no idea, like you don't know the background at all.
Right.
So I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like all of this was new information to me.
My grandma used to watch it and paint along with him.
People love it. It was like a cult following
I used to
almost.
Like when I was a teenager, getting stoned and watch Bob Ross.
I feel like that was very popular with many people.
I mean, I didn't like get stoned to watch Bob Ross, but
it just
if
happened.
I was there and he was on, it was being watched.
I love that.
Very soothing.
And listen, he is got a great, very soothing voice. His son is an artist too.
Okay.
Paints and stuff. It was interesting.
Bob Ross Jr. Or?
I don't remember what his name is. I don't think it's Bob Ross Jr., but it's it's his son. He's got one son.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a great one. And then Tinder Swindler, you still have to watch. I know we've talked about that.
Yeah,
that was because I watched that and I am in disbelief with all the stuff he got away with.
Yeah, I haven't had much time to watch movies. I watched that Bob Dylan movie recently.
How was that?
It was good. Could have been 45 minutes shorter.
I feel like that's a lot of movies nowadays.
Timothy Chalamet is great in it.
Yeah.
Like you start really believing he's Bob Dylan.
Okay.
But Bob Dylan didn't have that interesting of a life.
To be making a movie about it?
Yeah, like he did write iconic songs and stuff like that. So there wasn't enough drama for me.
Okay.
It was like, whatever. Like
you want a little
like
spice.
Relationship drama, but average.
Yeah, like we've all gone through.
Oh, my boyfriend's now a rock star, so he's like, obviously, it's like, I don't know. It was fine.
How was Edward Norton in it?
He was great.
I really love Edward Norton.
It was good. It just was repetitive because I think they're just trying to get through all his music.
So they probably could have cut 45 minutes out of it.
Easy.
Okay.
But it was interesting for me noticing some of the spots in Jersey they filmed, or at least one very popular spot in Jersey where I was like, oh, that's not Rhode Island. That's Cape May.
Oh,
like
really?
Yeah, I could tell.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's like towards the end.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they did do a lot of filming in Cape May.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, if you live in Jersey and been to Cape May, you'll be able to tell. That's not Rhode Island.
Not to change pace completely.
That's fine.
Completely.
Change pace,
but did you watch SNL, the 50th, like the season finale on Saturday?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, I only watched clips of it, but I was so excited because they had Bad Bunny back on. And I love Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
He's become like a regular on SNL. They just like invite him back. I'm like, this man has like wrestled for WWE and now he's like on SNL. Like there's nothing they just keep giving him opportunities. There's nothing he can't do. But he did a very good job.
Okay.
Yeah, it was and Scarlett Johansson was on.
Oh, I like her.
I love her. And she's married to Colin Jost. And like I always love to watch him and Michael Che do the jokes for one another. Do you know that's
great.
the best. And they had some winners.
Yeah.
So check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I rarely watch Saturday Night Live anymore.
I only watch it back on TikTok. I watch when they do the little clips. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't stay up late enough. So I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in bed.
Yeah. If there's like a stand up doing it, I just like to see their monologue. Yeah. If I'm around.
But you can watch all of that the next. Like I don't feel like I need to watch it as it's happening.
Yeah. I don't find it as funny sometimes as I used to in the past.
Weekend Update's my favorite.
Yeah. The monologue and Weekend Update.
Yeah, those are my two favorite parts. And then sometimes they'll have some really good, like, I love Bad Bunny. And, like, his sketches are always very funny to me.
Yeah.
Because I just think he's funny. Okay. Because he's just, like...
Yeah.
It's also close to my heart because he's been, like, learning English over the last few years. So it's still, like... The way it reminds me of my students.
It's bringing out your ESL.
It reminds me of he's like, yeah. The way he pronounces
Emily wants to be Bad Bunny's ESL teacher.
Oh my God, would I ever. My one friend, Allison, also is in love with Bad Bunny. We always send each other, there's, Ivy League universities offering, courses on Bad Bunny. And I'm like,
oh my God.
No, it's great. I'm like, I love
courses on bed. Where has college fallen to?
Wow.
Could you imagine paying the bill for your kid to take a Bad Bunny course?
This is why Trump is shutting down the Department of Education.
Right, yeah. It doesn't help.
Yeah, you're not helping the situation at this point.
What are you majoring? Bad Bunny. I'm
a communications major with a focus on Bad Bunny. I would love that. I had to take a major authors. So I was a literature major, and I had to take a major authors class. I took Virginia Woolf and Toni Morrison.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I guess made sense.
yeah.
Oh my God. My friend, I just said Allison, and Allison texted me. She's watching this live. No, we're not even. I don't know what's. No, we're not going to talk about that right now. Just the group chat's popping.
The group chat's. Oh, okay. There
Yeah.
you go.
We can cut that out. No, I don't know. We had some cool classes they offered at Ramapo when I was there, but
Yeah.
no Bad Bunny courses.
No Bad Bunny
He
courses.
wasn't a thing then.
Well, what was the course you just said? Virginia?
It was major authors, and I took Virginia Woolf and Toni Morrison.
Well,
So
maybe
it's-
back in the day when those courses were invented,
They were
someone was
like
like,
the
you believe
Bad
they're
Bunny
doing the
of
Toni
feminism."
Morrison courses?
feminist Bad Bunny. Yeah. No, probably. People took like what was the popular one? James Joyce. I was like, I'm not taking the class.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know much about James Joyce.
I've heard
but
the name.
Yeah.
but
I was like, I'm not taking that.
They wrote like one of those like crime and isn't it like one of those big
Yes. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Ulysses.
Ulysses? That's
Yeah.
it. I know it's one of those.
I've
big,
never
one of those
read
big
it.
ones that's always referenced.
I've never read it, but yeah, they had to read Ulysses, and I was like,
I like how when I was about to say Crime and Punishment,
yeah.
I said crime. You look at me like, pff, and then
No.
you go, huh? Like,
I was like, wait, I gotta
she
look
gave
it
me
up.
the look like you don't know this, and then was like, I don't know it either.
I don't know, but I know it's not Crime and Punishment.
She gave me the arrogant. This guy doesn't know literature.
I mean, I was talking to.
I do know Bad Bunny.
Of course, so you have to be with it. I was talking to the guy that I'm seeing on the phone, and I was talking about books or something, and then he made a reference to a book, and I was like, oh, and he's like, yeah, you didn't think I knew that. You don't think I knew what that book was, but I'm intelligent.
I
I'm like,
read.
yeah, I was like, wow, you didn't know,
Wow.
you know, reference.
Most intelligent people got to tell you, I'm intelligent.
Yeah, he was like, you didn't think I'd know that. I'm like, I didn't think you would know that.
That's the only thing he knows.
Such a one quote. He's like, I read books. I'm like, oh, because they made you.
You're going to be with him in like 3 months. He's going to reference the same thing. Be like, did you read anything else?
We've been over this, yes. So you read Catcher in the Rye, I know, yeah. J.D. Salinger, yeah, good.
Good for you.
Good for you. No, but I get excited when people make book references.
Yeah.
I'm such a nerd with that stuff.
With book references.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I get very excited when there's like a quote. I'm like, oh, you know that? It's like, it's so easy to woo me. It's like, you read
You heard it
Great
here, folks.
Expectations
Hey,
in high
guys out
school?
there in podcast land, if you want to woo Emily,
make a
brush
book
up on your
reference. Classic literature.
classic literature quotes.
My DMs are gonna be popping. Just
That'd be funny if
it
some
was
guy
the best of times. It was the
doing
worst
some
of
monologue
times.
across the bar.
My
That's
gosh.
how you learn he's a podcast fan.
Hey, you watch? Hey.
You said if I knew some lines.
All
I could buy you a
right,
drink
that was a
then.
nice Wall Women quote
Like,
there.
all right, Ulysses, sit next to me. Let's go.
I wouldn't even know that. I feel like I didn't even read that one.
Oh, so you have to know the quote.
I have to know the quote. I remember.
What if some guy that really knows more quotes you're gonna be attracted to, and he's gonna lay some quotes. You're not gonna know him. He's gonna be like,
Ugh,
I can't
this
be
girl.
with this girl.
No, she's an idiot. I remember there were so many books in high school I was supposed to read, and I just didn't read them because like I was not like we had to read Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck.
Yeah.
It's a big book, and there'd be like every other chapter would just be him describing nature, and I don't care. Kind of like when you were like, there's 45 minutes of this of this movie that could have been cut out. To me, it's like we could have cut 30% of this book out because
Yeah.
one chapter is just describing a turtle crossing the street, and it's symbolic and there's deeper meaning, and I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I think books like that were written at a time where people needed something to do, and for a long time, let's
Yeah,
stretch
that's
these
true.
books out.
So Great Expectations is one of my favorite books by Charles Dickens, and it's very wordy because he got paid by the word. So it was put out in newspaper segments. So the more words he wrote, the more they paid him. So that makes sense. And that's like one of my favorite facts to tell kids when we're reading this book. I'm like, it's very wordy. Like the opening paragraph is just explaining how the main character gets his name. And he did this on purpose because he wanted more money.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you do the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, if we got paid by word for jokes, they'd be the wordiest jokes I've ever.
Because we're like, yo, teach, this paragraph was not worth $2,000.
But for him, it was right. And it has that book has two endings too, which I think is interesting.
Oh.
He wrote an alternative ending.
Did you ever see that? I forget the comic's name. He put out a special with a Choose Your Own Adventure.
No, who is
Element.
that?
Oh man, I gotta Google it.
We're gonna add that in right here. He's gonna add. You're gonna add
I
it.
forget his name. So basically, if you're watching his special on YouTube,
Hold on.
just Google
gonna
before we
Google.
talk about him. Put Choose Your Own Adventure comedy special.
We'll be right back with more of your favorite podcast. Right now, this is Where to Go.
Where to go?
Now, if you don't know, Playa Bowls is the popular chain specializing in acai bowls, smoothies, and other superfruit-based treats. Now, Playa Bowls got started back in 2014 right at the Jersey Shore and has grown all across the U.S. They have bowls like acai, dragon fruit, coconut greens, topped with fresh fruit, granola, little honey, and other healthy ingredients. So as summer approaches, get beach-inspired, health-conscious smoothie bowls over at Playa Bowls in Princeton, South Brunswick, and East Windsor, New Jersey. Playa Bowls, that's where to go.
Where to go?
If you're craving that real Nashville flavor, well, you want to go over to Broadway Chicken in Middletown, New Jersey, where they are serving up the crispiest fried chicken that you've ever tasted, seasoned with that bold, spicy Nashville kick. Dig into saucy wings, juicy sandwiches, and a garden fresh salad as well. Then for dessert, how about a thick, creamy ice cream shake that's going to hit that sweet spot every single time. Whether you're all about that heat or just keeping it classic, there's something for everyone at Broadway Chicken, Route 35 in Middletown, New Jersey. Bringing that Nashville flavor right here to New Jersey with Broadway Chicken. That's where to go.
Where to go?
Lunar Audio and Video. They are a full-service audio and video integration company based in northern New Jersey, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. They offer a comprehensive range of services including home automation, video distribution, multi-room audio, lighting, security systems. Now for commercial clients, Lunar Audio and Video provides digital signage, video walls, projectors, and security installations. And then on the residential side of things, they offer their clients home theaters, home audio systems, and advanced security systems as well. LunarAV.com. Lunar Audio and Video. That's where to go.
Where to go?
Danny Jules?
Danny Jewel.
Jules. Is
Jules.
that how you say it?
Let me see.
Jolles?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a choose your own adventure. So you watch it. So like whatever, like his opening, whatever, 5 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the YouTube video ends, and then like YouTube can recommend two videos.
Seriously?
So it's like, do you want to watch if he talks about this or that? And then you can
That's
go, and it goes
awesome.
off into different directions. It's very creative.
That's why I think you should do the idea you told me about before, off camera, about...
You have to remind me of my ideas.
I don't want to do it on because I don't want
Yeah.
somebody to take, but the closer. About.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's great.
That could be good.
Do it on May 30th.
I'll think
Well,
about
this
that.
episode won't come out before that.
No, it won't.
Joe
No,
and I
it
are going to be on a
will.
show together. Well,
No, it won't come. Oh, yeah, this will be way after that.
so Joe and I will have done a show on May 30th
Yeah.
where he tries this new set idea at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club. So if for some reason you are at that show
And if you
and you're watching this, tell us what you think.
Yeah, or if you're a time traveler.
If you're a time
And
traveler.
you can go back to May 30th.
Right. If you're listening behind the walls.
If you're listening behind the wall.
Behind the
Yeah,
curtain.
no, but I thought that was a creative.
a
I don't know.
great idea.
I don't think it really took off because I think,
Sometimes I feel like, and I'm sure you'll feel the same way, I'll watch a comic do something so clever or tell
Mm-hmm.
a joke so smart and the audience doesn't get it. And I'm like, that deserved so much more. So I feel like a comedy special like that is so clever.
Yeah.
It deserves so much more credit, probably.
yeah, it probably didn't work because people don't want to do the work. They
Sure.
just want now I don't want to I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you? It's like free, he's giving you free will.
He's giving you free will, but I don't think people want it. They just want show me the video.
Make me laugh.
I don't.
Make
Now
me
I have to
laugh.
choose. What if I choose now? I don't like it no more.
Then do it the other way around the next
now,
time.
Now it's extra work. No, I'm
No,
trying to
true.
say why
No,
a
I
person
know.
would give up.
Right. It's all that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like they want to just have it.
Well, I think they say in your special have your best stuff. Usually you build in a comedy set.
You might start with a pop. You build.
But now
and
you
then
gotta almost reverse it. You have to pop and to keep their attention.
Oh well, were you the one talking to me about how most comedy specials now they're making only 30 minutes because that's all people can
Yeah, some
hold their
people are,
attention?
yeah.
I think I forgot what comic I was talking to at Uncle Vinny's, and they were like, most comedy specials now they're just aiming for you to do your best 30 because that's all that people can hold the attention to.
Yeah, you could do it. They're putting out hours.
Sure.
Well, that's like the thing. There's a difference between being able to do an hour and having a good hour.
A lot of people can go up there for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Entertain, not so much. But we've also talked about this, about comics releasing specials when they shouldn't be releasing specials. Or albums when they're not at that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even on my radar.
Yeah. I mean, album's fine because it's like just I still think an album is the best way to listen to stand-up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I prefer to listen to someone's hour through an album because I could put myself in the room.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to, like, I feel like I'm in it as opposed to, like, watching someone's act on TV.
Yeah.
As far as laughing and being in it. Like,
True. I haven't listened to a comedy album in forever.
Yeah.
That's actually, maybe I should do that. I love John Mulaney, and I will watch John Mulaney specials over and over and over and over again. But I feel like he's the only comedian where, like, I can shut off my comedy brain and just enjoy it. Yeah. Anytime I watch anything else, I'm, like, analyzing it.
Yeah, he's great. I watched Jessica Kirsten's the other night.
Oh, I love her.
Like, now I put it on. I was pretty tired. I'm like, I'll just put this on. I'll fall asleep
so
to
funny.
it. I watched the whole thing. Like
She's
that.
so
Her
funny.
new Hulu special is so good.
Is it? I haven't watched it yet.
So funny.
She's so quick, and I love her interactions with the audience. And she's just like writes really well. She's like a triple threat. You know what I mean? Like, she hits everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a segue. You want to just jump into an article?
Jump into an article.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let me pull one up. All right, so this one I sent you the other day. I think this is very interesting. We talked about it briefly, but it'll be good to go into because you and I both like to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you and I were talking off camera about how like we both love living in Jersey, and we have no interest in leaving Jersey. But there is part of me that would love to experience living in another country.
Okay.
Even if it was just like for like a month or two. So this is 7 countries that will actually pay you to move there.
Ooh.
All right. So the first one is Chile.
Chile.
And I have students from Chile. It says entrepreneurs of tech startups or established companies can move to Santiago, Chile through Startup Chile. The program, which was established in 2010, offers 3 equity-free monetary grants depending on the launch phase of your business. The Build grant is designed for early stage startups where entrepreneurs have the opportunity to grow their business through a 4-month acceleration program that provides you with 15 million Chilean pesos, roughly $15,000. So, like, that wouldn't work for us because we're not starting up a business.
We're not starting business. We're not tech, and $15,000 is
to move to another.
not a lot of money.
Not a lot of money. All right.
Would you like to go? Well, here's $15,000 to move to South America.
I would love $50,000 to visit South America.
Oh,
That would be great.
Imagine someone wouldn't want that. Be like, we don't. Actually,
I'll take your $50,000. Yeah. So this one, Ireland. However, we talked about this. So
it's not that great of a deal.
It's not a great deal. In 2023, Ireland launched its Our Living Islands program with the goal of repopulating repopulating communities as well as
that was a weird line. I thought repopulating. It's like, what are they expecting of you when you get there?
Make babies.
Hey, come here. Let's do how do you do an Irish accent?
Accent?
I don't know. I just shit right here. But
I only do Borat. Apparently, I don't do. I don't know. I have some Irish friends who can come do an Irish accent, but I can't. Anyway.
I know they say folk.
Well, yeah. There's no V in their alphabet.
Ireland.
I can't do it.
Charms. Come here and repopulate our islands in Ireland.
Which, like, they always have big families.
Why
so
do
I
they
don't
want
say
Americans to come repopulate their Irish
They know we're
islands?
stupid. They're like, get them over here. So it offers participants €84,000 to move, purchase.
How much euro?
84,000. That's
Okay.
like a.
I don't know. I don't know the exchange
I would have
rate.
to do it in my phone, but
like that's a good. I don't know.
I mean, $84,000 would be a nice amount. So it's a little
Yeah.
less than $84,000.
Yeah, to
although
come repopulate islands.
soon the euro will probably worth way more than the dollar.
We need
so.
American fat DNA. Our kids are too skinny here.
Oh my gosh. The islands are cut off from the mainland due to the daily tide and lack bridges or causeways, meaning you must rely on a boat or plane to travel between the two. That is what.
Yeah, that was what it was. It was like
I would
the
move
amount
to
of times-
Dublin for €84,000.
How many times I go to the store and forget something that I was supposed to get? I'm like, I gotta get in the boat
You
again.
think they DoorDash to the islands?
You think DoorDashers got planes?
Boat dash.
You're doing so good at DoorDash, you got your own airplane.
They might. I don't know.
I don't want to. Yeah, that's because
Amazon.
Because DoorDashers don't usually have the best cars, so you wouldn't want that. Yeah, I got my plane off Craigslist.
Oh God. Additionally, the program does not facilitate immigration procedures, so participants must follow the traditional process to obtain Irish residency. I would just go marry somebody from Ireland. That's what my friend did, and now she's living her best life over there.
Is it the best?
She loves it over there.
Well, there you go.
Oh my God, she's so happy.
She repopulating Ireland?
No, they have no interest in repopulating Ireland. They're living their best life.
Yeah, but she could have got 84,000 euros if she did it another way and then married him.
They bought like a brand new. They built a house in like Wicklow County. She's doing just fine.
Oh, but you have to go on a specific island for this.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
All right, Italy.
Italy.
I like Italy. I've been there.
I forgot what the deal with Italy was.
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
Italy has made headlines for its €1 home initiative, where you can apply for grants to restore abandoned and dilapidated properties in rural areas. However, there are towns that will simply pay you to move there. The region in Tuscany launched a program that provides between €10,000 and €30,000 for you to move to one of 76 mountain towns and purchase a permanent home. Similarly, Sardinia offers grants up to €15,000 for buying and renovating property in towns of the island that have fewer than 3,000 residents. It seems like a lot of these places just want us to populate their islands.
Yeah, these don't sound like great deals at all. Can you come here, populate, and rebuild dilapidated houses, and we'll give you money to do that? Be like, I can do that here.
Good. Yeah, but they're not paying you to do that.
Yeah, I know.
And it's not Italy or Ireland. It's
Yeah, but I'm sure these aren't the best parts of Italy and Ireland.
No, I would imagine not. Japan?
Put it this way. It's so bad that the people that live there don't want to fix it up.
Yeah, they're like, let's get Americans.
Yeah, the
to
people
do this.
with pride in their country are like, I've given up on whatever this place is.
No, thank you. Although I will tell you, all of Europe has a way better, like, look on life than we do over here.
Yeah.
They're like, enjoy life, and we work to just get by, and we're here like we're work. Like that's why I was like, I would retire and move somewhere else. Oh my God, if I didn't have my daughter, and I was like a single woman in my 30s, I would like, and even if I was just teaching, I would go and rent like an apartment or a flat for like a month or two in the summer and just go live over there and see what it's like. Yeah. Or like whatever you can get, like say I can get a 30-day visa, I would go live over there for 30 days and just like see what it's like. You know, I would even look into doing that when Ava's a little older, because what a cool experience. I don't work in the summers. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think it'd be great. I don't know how long of a visa you can get to just visit somewhere.
I have no idea.
You know?
Yeah.
And I would have to like, you know, make sure I had the money to do it. But like if you save all year and like you just go do that.
Yeah.
What do I have holding me back?
Nothing.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, nothing. I think that'd be cool. I don't know. I don't know if I could live there permanently, but all right, Japan. Any interest in Japan?
I mean, I'm not living there, but I mean.
Well, if Japan is calling your name, you're in luck.
I am luck. Free sushi.
Oh, imagine. The island nation invites people from all around the world to volunteer in its local communities and get paid for it.
Volunteer. Now I gotta work for free.
They give you apparently participants a salary of 3 million Japanese yen. How much do you think that is in American dollars?
$4 probably.
$19,000 to live and work in rural communities for at least 1 year, with the option to stay up to 3 years. The main requirement for the program is a high level of fluency in Japanese. I'm out.
Well,
which might be the motivation you need to keep your daily Duolingo practice. I thought they'd be like, I get to go there and they teach me Japanese, because I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, to learn Japanese?
Yeah.
Get paid to learn Japanese? You don't know any Japanese?
No. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa? What's that?
Hello, maybe?
Hello, maybe.
How do we even say that?
Mauritius?
Sure.
That's my favorite country, actually.
Is it?
That's where I want to live.
Well, they'll give you 20,000 Mauritian rupees, which is roughly $440.
How much? 20,000?
Yeah.
I have 40,000 right now.
Do you?
Mauritian rupees?
There's a small island in the Indian Ocean. Basically, this is just like we're moving to islands in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, they want you to move to secluded islands to repopulate them.
Maybe this will be better. Spain.
Spain, possibly.
Let's see. People who work in the
They hate
tech.
Americans,
It's again
though.
the tech industry.
Problem is,
Again, to repopulate.
what are we gonna do there for money once we run out of our $19,000 they give us? What are we gonna do after the first 6 months?
Well, they're offering us $50,000 on a 1-year visa.
Oh,
We could make that work.
I guess, yeah. We'll put it this way: people must not be doing it because they gotta stop writing articles about this. We have too many people coming here.
So this one I actually looked into more. Switzerland,
Mm-hmm.
because I've heard a great country. You have to move to Albanian Switzerland.
Albania?
Not Albania, Albanian.
Oh.
The town is offering 25,000 Swiss francs, around $30,000
Sounds like food.
per per adult under the age of 45. Sorry, Joe.
Oh,
And 10,000 Swiss francs per child to incentivize people to move. You must apply for a permanent residency permit, as well as commit to buying a property and making it your permanent residence for at least 10 years.
that's a long time.
Yeah. Anyway,
Swiss francs.
so we're just staying in Jersey. Is the
Yeah, basically, I'm staying. I don't know. I don't think I can do any. I mean, I don't know. Those all just sound very weird.
I would just like to go on vacation a lot. I think that's. I don't think I need to move anywhere.
Well, they just want too much from you. Repopulating sounds like a problem.
You already lost me at repopulation.
Yeah.
I'm done populating.
Sounds great for men. We're here.
All right, here we
I'm
go.
here to repopulate. Where's my rupees?
I did my part.
Yeah. Where's my ladies and my rupees? Just sitting there like
Oh, my
on
gosh.
stacks of whatever cash from whatever country. That's
yeah.
what some guys are going over there thinking that. Then they're
Oh
going to
my
be there and be
gosh.
like, "There's no women here.
Where are all the women?
You got to take the boat to the other."
Take it to that's the woman island. This
No,
is
you
the
still
man
have to be at
island.
the old-fashioned way. Have a personality.
It's too much work.
And the walk up to girls. I have 19,000 rupees. Be like, I
That's-
don't date poor people.
That's like $40.
yeah.
Well, do you want to know why I don't want to repopulate? Because hear this story.
What a lead-in.
Yeah, I like that, didn't you?
You wanna know?
Kentucky boy uses mom's phone to order 70,000 Dum Dum lollipops to share with his friends. 8-year-old Liam's friendly gesture turned into a surprise $4,000 bill for his mom. That's a lot of rupees.
That's a lot of rupees.
Can you imagine? I have passwords on everything now because Ava accidentally ordered a TV show on Amazon once for $5 and I had a conniption. I don't know what I would cry.
So how old's this kid?
8.
Okay, he's pretty,
It says a Kentucky woman was in a sticky mess when she found stacks of boxes containing lollipops on her front doorstep. The surprise delivery was ordered by her young son while he played on her phone. Holly says she tried stopping 8-year-old Liam's Amazon order for about 70,000 Dum Dum suckers before the treats arrived, but it was too late. Amazon had already delivered 22 cases to her home. He told me that he wanted to have a carnival and he was ordering the Dum Dums as prizes for his carnival. Again, he was being friendly. He was being kind to his friends. The surprise got worse after a quick check of her bank account. She owed about $4,000 for the order.
That's insane.
How do you
to me.
punish that kid?
I mean,
Look at all those.
I guess you just keep them. Be like,
I think. Then she found out that 8 more cases from the order were unaccounted for, she said. After a trip to the post office, those cases were returned to sender, she said. Her efforts to get a refund took a bit more time, but she got her money back.
I can't believe she doesn't have something set up on her credit card where
So,
it's
block
over a certain amount. Like my credit card, if anything over $500,
It tells you, right?
it tells me.
Who in their right mind? Why did that not get flagged? Who's spending $4,000 on lollipops where they're
Yeah.
like, this is fine?
Yeah, even if it was Halloween time.
Right.
Even if it
Right.
was, even if we're like October, they should flag that. Be like, how many kids are in your neighborhood that you need
Although
this?
maybe sometimes you should have kept a couple boxes. That's a good idea. Just give out Dum Dums for the rest of the Halloweens ever. Because Halloween candy is expensive.
It is expensive.
It's like $20-something a bag now, I feel like, for a bag of candy.
She probably accidentally ordered it drunk one night, and she's like, my 8-year-old son.
My 8-year-old ordered Dum Dums.
Because he's pretty smart. Like,
He probably like kept clicking the button and didn't know it was going through, or like, I don't know.
Oh, just
Maybe he thought it was in rupees.
so he just ordered a pack like
yeah, it's not going through.
So it was $4,000
Worth of Dum Dum lollipops.
See, I wonder how big the packages were. So I'd like to know how
They
many
look like
packages.
pretty big boxes. She had
Yeah,
22 boxes, and 8 of
20?
them didn't get delivered. So 30 big boxes. It was like
Yeah, because I feel like
77
even like when you do the like if you're buying something, the amount ticker.
right.
Usually, it's just like after at 20, it's like 20 plus. Like
I've never bought that many packages of something to know.
no,
That's crazy. I don't know. I would have cried.
there's something weird about this story, but
I don't believe it.
I don't know. It seems odd, but I
Good thing you're not on the jury for
I
it.
wonder if she let the kid keep any.
Probably not.
Would you be? I don't know. I feel like I'd find it hilarious at first.
As long as I would find it funny after I got my money back.
Yeah.
I think like while I was like, oh my gosh, I owe $4,000 on lollipops.
Mm. And like I don't know, I'm always ordering off Amazon where I'm
Right.
constantly looking where my order is.
Right.
I feel she must not order enough to be like we can be like, oh, four.
Well, she said she tried to stop the order, but then
Stop.
realized like it was too late. So yeah, maybe.
You know, some people shouldn't be parents. That's what they say. You know,
She was
she's
trying to
raising the kid.
She was trying to repopulate the island.
She, I'm on a kid's side.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think it didn't say anything bad happened to him.
so
They wouldn't put that in the article though.
Yeah, the severe beating he got with Dum Dum lollipops.
With the lollipops. You wanted that's
Eat
so
them
many.
all. Imagine you
Oh
just
my gosh.
like when my dad found cigarettes and made me eat them.
Is that what happened? I don't
Yeah.
know this story.
No,
No.
that's not a common thing when people get caught smoking.
No. I
Yeah.
never got caught smoking though.
Oh yeah, you just did on the sly.
I'm not.
Were you ever a smoker?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
Just-
I've definitely had a cigarette,
yeah,
but it was like in college, and it was like,
just at a party.
yeah, it didn't really do anything for me.
When I realized how young I was when I was smoking, and I see kids that age,
Right.
it blows my mind that I was like walking through East Brunswick Square Mall, like
Smoking cigarettes in the mall.
in the mall.
They let you smoke in the mall.
Nobody said nothing.
Kids vaping all the time now.
Yeah, like I used to go to the machines and just buy cigarettes, be puffing away. No, my
Because there was no age, right?
there was an age. I
Oh.
guess people you could, but it's like whatever it was, 18,
Yeah.
and then but the machines don't card you,
Okay.
and there's usually no people by the machines. But I remember the first time I smoked cigarettes, I was skateboarding up by my elementary school, and there was these two like teenager girls like in like. This is my memory of it. They were like in like heavy metal shirts, like
Okay.
Motley Crue. It was just so hot. There's these 80s girls, and I'm also like in like 6th grade,
Right. And you're like, oh my gosh,
and they're like,
this is love.
They're sitting there, and they're like, we're just like doing tricks, trying to like impress them,
Right.
you know, and they're like, boys, you kid, I don't know what they call it, like you guys smoke or whatever. And I'm like, of course we smoke. You know, like
Trying to
want a
impress
cigarette? They're like, where's your cigarettes? I'm like, left them at home. You know.
Couldn't bring them with me.
So they gave us cigarettes. We're just puffing away.
Cough.
I remember playing it pretty cool.
Okay.
I think I played it pretty cool. Then I was off to the races. I was a smoker.
That's yeah.
I was going stealing my dad had cartons of cigarettes, and I
Yep.
would steal them.
What'd you smoke?
Whatever I can get my hands on.
You didn't
So it
have
was
a
like-
preference.
When I was a kid, it was like Marlboro Reds, Marlboro
Yeah.
Lights, Camels,
Yeah.
Parliaments.
Oh,
when we
you a
turned-
90-year-old woman?
When we were like around like 13, 14,
Uh huh.
15, like the girls would all smoke the Parliaments.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend would have Parliaments,
Yeah.
and it had like the cool design in it
Yep.
with the little gaps. So, I don't know. There's like, I don't even know what made me change cigarette brands back then as a child. It was just like whatever
Whatever
was
you
cool
could
at
find,
the time.
right?
And yeah, my dad, I brought my guitar and my guitar amp to his house, and he was a guitar player too. So he was looking. I guess I was sleeping, and he wanted to like play with my guitar amp. So he was looking for the cable to
Yeah.
plug it in, and found my pack of cigarettes back there, and he was pissed.
Which is very hypocritical because he also smoked, but also he's not a
Yeah.
kid.
And he's like, "You want to smoke?" And he made me eat cigarettes.
And you still smoked after that?
Yeah. but he found my weed one time and was not mad
He was
at
fine
all.
with it. Well,
But he just stole it and smoked it himself. I guess.
did your mom care that you smoked?
I think she cared.
Was she a smoker too?
No, she was never a smoker.
Yeah, my grandparent. Well, I think 3 of my 4 grandparents were all smokers, but my dad's parents were heavy smokers. So therefore, my dad never tried to smoke cigarettes because he remember his memories of my grandparents putting their cigarettes out in their coffee cups in the morning, and he said it
Yeah.
just grossed him out. So he never tried smoking anything. My dad.
Yeah.
He was a drinker, like
drinker.
like he liked to party, but like
Yeah.
no smoking.
Smoking was great. It was.
My grandpa quit cold turkey. My grandpa's going to be 92 in July. He quit cold turkey before any of us. I mean, I think my dad was in over 30 years ago. He still, if he smells a cigarette, says he craves one. But he quit cold turkey over 30 years ago.
Yeah, I don't crave them anymore.
Yeah,
there's certain moments where I wish I had one.
Right, like when you're anxious.
Yeah, if I'm anxious.
Oh my gosh, yep.
Or like sometimes like if you're having a good time with someone and you're like telling
Right.
stories.
Yep.
I smoke cigars with my friends now, but I don't. That's like an everyday thing for me. I don't crave them like I crave cigarettes. Like I'll go to the cigar lounge, meet my buddies,
Right.
and we'll puff a cigar, and just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
But it's
Is
not,
that different than cigarettes?
well, you don't inhale it. You just kind of puff it,
Oh, okay.
and it's not. I don't get a craving
For it.
for it. Like I could.
Okay.
I can not have a cigar for months.
And not worry about it.
Yeah, like I have like a humidor with cigars in it, but
Okay.
they'll live in there for.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a thing you keep cigars in to keep
Oh, okay.
them moist and stuff.
Oh,
It's like
okay,
keep
okay.
the humidity.
Yeah.
And,
My one uncle was a big cigar smoker. He died from
from cigar smoking.
from esophageal cancer.
Oh yeah.
So just be
hopefully.
careful.
Well, I'm not like like I have some friends that smoke all the time.
Right.
Like regularly, but it's just to me it's a social thing. Like
That's how
I'm
I feel
just-
about drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place called JR's Monte Cristo Lounge we go to.
Okay.
They got like sports on TV.
Right.
If I'm there with someone that drinks, they have a bar there.
Nice.
They have some food.
We were talking about Freehold, New Jersey earlier. There's a cigar lounge right in Freehold, right in that downtown area. So
Oh,
if you
yeah?
go to your Italian restaurant,
Oh yeah.
you can go to I think
Puff
it's
a cigar.
Cigars on Main. I think it's
Cigar-
called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty popular. I've been seeing a lot of women actually at JR's when I go there.
Really?
Yeah. It was there was this I was sitting there one day by myself just like sipping my cappuccino. It was like I just felt like going
Yeah.
one day. No one was around and this gorgeous black woman comes and sits. There's like these tables and then anyone could sit there. It's like 4 little chairs around a big round table.
Okay.
And she sits across from me and she just orders like some sort of almost looked like a scotch or something.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is so hot. I was like,
Well, you ever watch oh my gosh, How I Met Your Mother?
not really. I know of the show.
So like Barney, the what's his face? Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
He would go with one of the girls. They would go and they would smoke cigars and wear
Yeah.
like suits and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's because it's just you buy a more expensive cigar and it's not as harsh.
I feel like it's good too because like I know you don't drink, so it's
Yeah.
like a social outing where like
Right.
it's got the same vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
There's a place up in Wyckoff. I went on my birthday. It's like a steakhouse that it's also a cigar bar. So we
Nice.
ordered big fat steaks,
oh, sounds so good.
puffed cigars, ate desserts,
I
and they
love
have
that.
like the Heineken Zeros that I
Yeah,
get, or
yeah.
the Stella Zeros,
I love
and
that.
stuff. And they taste so much like beer now
That you don't even miss it.
that like it bugs me out. Like I remember the first time I was performing at Rhino and they had a Heineken Zeros,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Am I
kept
drinking?
looking at the
right?
label. I'm like, is this really the
Like,
zero?
I want to make sure that this is.
So
yeah.
now I have those like Peronis I drink.
Nice. Okay.
And a lot of like places are making like mocktails that are like
Yes.
really good. There's a place up in Chester, New Jersey has like a lot of shopping, like
Okay.
little shops,
Sure.
and there's one place with it's like their whole thing is mocktail liquors.
Oh, that's
So they have
amazing.
like bourbons and
That's
all these things, so you
awesome.
can make a mixed drink
Right.
just without the.
I love that.
I mean, they sell real stuff there too,
Right.
but their main thing is that. But
That's awesome.
like when I go on vacation, I'll get like my mojitos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got to figure out what I'm doing for my birthday. My birthday's coming up. You mentioned your birthday.
What's your date of your birthday again?
What is the date of my birthday?
June 14th? No. 17th?
Nope.
No.
Colder.
I'm colder.
You're getting
It's
colder.
June.
It's June.
7th.
Closer.
9th.
Nope. Colder.
June. Oh, it's obviously June 5th.
Nope.
7th.
Nope.
6th.
Yes.
All right.
Yay!
You know, listen, I did it for the podcast.
You did it for the-
I knew the whole
I think
time
it's
it was
D-Day.
June 6th.
My birthday's on D-Day.
D-
So if you're a history guy,
Perfect.
you'll never forget. 6-6.
Perfect.
It's easy. But I turned 35. So I feel like that's kind of like a big birthday. Not
That's a
really.
big one.
Is it? It's like, oof,
Well,
my 30s
I'll
are
tell you
halfway.
because I remember turning 35.
Okay.
And 40 came so fast.
Don't
after
tell me that.
It came fast.
So I feel like 35 came fast because I turned 30 during COVID.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, I can't believe I'm 30. And now I'm like, oh my God, that's 5 years ago.
It keeps going fast.
Don't tell me that. But yeah, so I'll be 35. My birthday's on a Friday this year.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. But I'm also at the point where I'm like, I don't want to plan like a big thing. I might just like I go out to dinner with my parents on my birthday and then we do like cake at the house and that's
Yeah.
perfect. That's all I want. And then maybe like the next day I'll go out to like a brewery or like a winery with some of my girlfriends.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Who needs more than that?
Keep it simple.
But I want to figure out what restaurant I want to go to dinner. That's the thing. So I gotta
I
start
always
brainstorming.
like to try a new place on my birthday. That's like,
Yeah.
I like to go out for a steak.
Okay.
A new place, though. It's like just.
I do like that idea. I might do hibachi because like I bring Ava too, so it's got to be somewhat kid friendly.
Gotcha.
So hibachi could be fun. There's a cool hibachi place, and Ava would probably like that.
Hibachi's always fun.
Oh, hibachi's great, and I get the fillet.
Ah.
You know,
And shrimp?
sometimes I do fillet and scallops.
Oh, scallops
Oh.
is the best.
And you can get a little sushi on the
I make
side.
scallops all the time.
Do you?
I love it.
That's
I love
awesome.
making scallops.
That's great.
They're so delicious.
They are so good. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. For
Someone's hungry.
I'm so hungry right now. Maybe that's what I'll do for my birthday. Oh, that's a good idea.
What, go out for scallops?
Hibachi.
Hibachi.
I'm so hungry right now. Seafood sounds great.
Yeah. Seafood is my. I love it.
Surf and turf, steak and seafood. Oh, that's it. I could go without chicken. I could
I could
go
never eat
without
chicken the rest of my
turkey, poultry. I could be done with poultry. I want a steak. I want red meat. I want a
Yes.
burger.
Oh, burgers.
Oh, a cheeseburger.
Oh my God.
I might be getting that. I might be doing a little Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever I hit action on the way home today.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. Ooh, Checkers.
Checkers is all right, but Shake Shack, double Shack burger.
How about Five Guys?
I don't like Five Guys. I find them to
Really?
be overpriced and under delivering. Like that's. I mean, personally, I
Their
think
fries are a little too salty for
I think
me.
they're overrated. Give me a Shake Shack any day.
Or how about
or the Habit?
How about the classics? McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's.
Okay.
Marry, kill. Remember we were doing that
Oh, yeah,
one?
okay.
Okay. McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. Because those are like the OGs.
Those are the OGs. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna marry McDonald's.
Okay.
I'm gonna F Wendy's and kill Burger King.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
here's my thing. No fries beats McDonald's fries. So
No.
I'm going to marry those fries forever.
Yeah, those are good
And
fries.
They have better desserts than the other two places.
Okay, fair.
Because you got the apple pies, you got the sundaes, you got the shakes.
Ugh, the shakes are great
Yeah,
too.
so
yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
I'm going to F Wendy's because I can't marry two people. You know what I mean?
Man,
So, but like,
not if you're not a Mormon.
But I do love their chili.
Oh, or the
and their
baked potato.
I used to get a baked
yeah.
potato and the chili. And
Yeah.
their burgers are juicier than all three of those.
And they're square burgers,
They're
right?
And Burger King, I just have a peeve with Burger King.
I used to love Burger King.
They were good, but the king has fallen.
Really?
I've been there. I haven't
been
eaten fast
in
food
many-
in a long
yeah.
time. It's usually a
We can tell.
desperation move. Oh, no. Thank you. It's usually a desperation move,
Right.
like if I'm on the road. But I used to love the crispy chicken sandwich. There,
Okay.
because it has like the long bun and
Okay.
everything. But one time I stopped on, like I was on the road, coming from somewhere. I went there and I bit into it.
Oh God.
No, it was not.
It wasn't cooked?
No, it is. It's like when you realize that it's not real chicken.
Yeah.
Because I bit into it and it was very hollow, and I looked and like it was all kind of like the formula that made it was all kind of like to one side, so it wasn't like a real. I don't know. It just
You were like, I'm done. Yeah. You're getting
there's certain times. There's certain. That was the last time I ate a Burger King.
Yeah.
I would probably get a Whopper maybe.
Yeah,
but I would
but I
never get
get
a
it.
chicken sandwich.
No.
The same thing that happened. Like there used to be sometimes I would stop at Arby's if I saw one on the
I
road
used
because I
to
do love roast beef.
Arby's.
But there was one time.
I don't even see Arby's anymore.
Usually, if I'm like doing a gig in like Virginia or
Right,
somewhere
right,
down
right.
south, and I think I was somewhere down south doing a gig, and I pulled into an Arby's, and I did a drive-through, and I did a roast beef sandwich, and there was just something the way they put the cheese on. When I opened it, the exploding roast beef with the I don't know. I was like,
The look
this
of it
looks so foul.
I've
But
also
I just threw it away.
I've never eaten at White Castle either.
This is
Should
the
I
last podcast.
Should I stop there on my way home?
Listen, White Castle's good. It's weird.
They're tiny little burgers.
tiny
right?
little burgers. I mean, I ate them a lot as a kid. My dad used to call them murder burgers because they would give
murder
us,
your
like,
stomach.
they murder your stomach.
That's all fast food for me.
I think I told the story. I don't know if I told the story on the podcast or I've told you about White Castles, how I believe they give you mild depression.
Yes, you did
Okay.
tell that on the podcast. Yeah,
Okay,
that was one of
yeah.
the OG episodes.
OG episodes. So I've had it since then, but I'm already depressed kind of. So it's like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
I'm already at that level.
But I used to go there all the time for their chicken rings
I don't even know what that is.
and their
Like
their
an onion ring, but
cheeseburgers.
chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should try it one time.
All right,
White
I will.
Castles.
I think we've said on this podcast before that we should have an episode where we eat White Castle on the episode.
Give me a stinky podcast.
We'll wait like the end of the podcast and do it. We should do that one time.
Yeah.
Is that weird to eat while we're
Yeah, it sounds
talking?
weird on the.
It's usually why we get food before or after.
There's a place called. I haven't been there in years. It was
Yeah.
when I lived in Central Jersey. It's in Highland Park, called White Rose.
Okay.
White Rose, the system, and you go in there, and it's like guys with like the paper hats on.
Okay.
And I used to get a California cheeseburgers, and they're so fast cooking. They're constantly cooking. You go in there like California cheese, like, got a cheese fries, boop, boop, psh, and it's there.
You're like right there. That's great.
Yeah, and it's like this. It's kind of like you haven't had a White Castle, so you don't know. But it's kind of like a big White Castle. 'Cause
Okay.
The onions are all cooked in the beef, like a thin patty,
that
and it's
sounds good.
really delicious.
I
but
do like onions on a burger.
they called it it's like White Castle the system, and people would be like, "Why do you call it the system?" You'll find out tomorrow. You know, like some
That's
stupid
hilarious.
dad joke. But I would love to get a White Rose. Yeah, the White Rose, or what's the one in North Jersey? The little burgers. White Manna.
I don't even know what that is.
You ever had White Manna? Ugh. There's so much to teach, Emily.
Well, I got 5 more years until I'm 40. So let's
Yeah,
hopefully we'll knock
eat it
some of that stuff
eat it
off.
while your body can handle it.
Yeah, because I think after that, even now, like I'll wake up and I'm like, my back hurts. I'm like, God damn it, this is
Yeah.
this is my life now.
Yeah, I didn't like. That's why I started going to the gym more. 'Cause I'm like, I don't want to be doing. I can't be
Yeah.
deteriorating.
I know. I know. It's like your whole body changes. Like I feel like things like fit me differently now, and I'm like, I'm not like eating a lot of garbage. I'm like, I'm still doing my thing, but it's like your body's like, no, we like this now. This is now what we look like. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wish I used to eat so much.